Man, nothing interesting on the internet these days. Boy, I wish there was something just interesting to talk about on the internet. Wait a minute. What's that? No. Oh, it's just news about Diablo 4. It's on the PlayStation Store now. Kick ass!
Get over here!
And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, rambling idiot, and vigil. Hey, good news! Diablo 4 has been spotted on the PlayStation Store page now online. Isn't that exciting? Wow, it's like we're getting closer day by day, and hopefully this game doesn't get pushed off further and further away. But you know what? Diablo 4, this is great. This is big. You want to know why? Because it's now been spotted in the wild. So that means Diablo 4's release date, it's numbered. I'm telling you, it's going to come sooner or later. Sign up for that beta while you still can. If you don't, you're missing out. Now, if you have some reservations, or maybe big reservations, because this is an Activision Blizzard game, I don't blame you, because they've been crap for a very long time. I guess you could say it started with Diablo 3? But you guys let me know down below what you think. Before we get started, hey, I'm NikoTheLegend. If you like what you see today, feel free to subscribe to the channel or something like that, or else Satan, Diablo, I don't know, Lilith, one of them's gonna step on me. You get to pick your poison. So, why is this important? It's because, hey, Diablo 4 is actually a real thing. Like, it's like, well, obviously, you guys don't have cell phones, right? You should have known this by now. But I'm just excited that we actually get to see this in the wild, as I mentioned before. And that's important. Besides it being shown off as, the latest thing we've seen anything with Diablo 4 is at the Xbox press conference, and they did this whole thing like, these are games that are releasing within the next 12 months. And it's just like, right, way to go, Microsoft, for giving us vague details even further. But with Diablo 4, on the other hand, I think we were all guessing that it was going to come out maybe, early spring of next year, maybe at the latest early summer, but we'll have to wait and see. I have a feeling we'll know about the release date very soon when the beta gets announced, which I am excited about as well. So without further ado, let's talk about why this is such a big deal, and we'll go down this article together. This is Diablo 4 PlayStation Store page now online. Do you want to enable desktop notifications from WoW News? No. Who am I? Some kind of pleb? All right. Sony has added, yes, Sony. Sony is the first, maybe Xbox already has a page open. I haven't seen anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. But Sony has added a Diablo 4 page to the official PlayStation Store. Okay. Say what you will about Sony and having trouble getting a PS5. Yeah, I don't blame you. And players are now able to wishlist the game, which is great. It's great. It's finally happening. The wish list has begun. I'm surprised it didn't happen on the Blizzard store yet. If it has, let me know, folks, because as doing this video right now, anything could be updated on the fly. While not providing any new updates regarding Diablo 4's release date, which is, what people were really caring about, the page features general information about Blizzard's upcoming ARPG title. That stands for what? Action role-playing game. Okay. So here you go. You see a picture of Lilith and her beautiful eyes and her horns. I like the horn dance on that. So you can see here it just says announced, and you can add it to the wish list. Now, that's just on the surface. What's interesting is the details about this. Now, I don't want to be one of those guys that reads right between the lines, but this is what we're doing. So, as we all know, PlayStation requires a PlayStation Plus subscription membership for online play. Now, it also says in this next little list, and there's a reason why the article states it as well, supports up to 4 players online with PlayStation Plus. Now, okay, Diablo 2, even Diablo 2 Resurrected has 8 players parties that you can reach the maximum. I looked online recently, apparently that was too big and too crowded, but I think they've brought that back for Resurrected just for legacy's sake, so they don't tamper with too much of the game, despite it being just, it has very nice graphics and it gets updated frequently. I don't remember about Diablo 3. That's how long it's been since I played Diablo 3 and how long I have not cared, so just let me know down below. But the fact that it's 4 players only now per lobby, per party I should say, is interesting. Now I don't know per lobby how many players can fit in it, but party is 4. Okay, now that's just a start. This next one is great because I was wondering about this for the longest time because we've always gotten this feature, at least with Diablo 1 and 2. Definitely not Diablo 3, unfortunately. Online play optional. Okay, so that right there is a big deal to me because I've been wondering if it's like, hey, do we have to play online with our in order to play with our friends, right? Can we do it like how they did on Diablo 2 where you can do LAN or direct connection, whatever you want to call it? Or heck, if I don't want to play with friends at all and I like to play solo against the army of hell, offline play, right? So this gives me hope that we might be getting offline functionality in some shape or form. If we can make characters that are offline separate, offline characters are separate from online, I'm okay with that. Because what if we just didn't want to play online all the time with randos or something? Or I just wanted to play LAN, and because that's the best thing ever. I don't have to rely on the shitty Blizzard servers to get what I need to be done, which is looting and killing and trying to look like a badass, like me right now. So now this is just for consoles. I think Xbox Series X is going to be doing the same thing, 1 to 2 players. So all that means is that this game, which is a very cool thing because you don't see this often with Blizzard games, but it's going to be split screen co-op for the PlayStation, I think 4 or 5, whatever console it comes out for. So that's going to be exciting because I think it'd be pretty fun to make Diablo a local co-op couch experience, even though it's always been PC. But hey, we've gotten Diablo 1 on the PlayStation consoles. We've gotten StarCraft 64. We've gotten Blizzard games on consoles before, especially like RTS ones where they are split screen, which is always cool. So yeah, 1 to 2 players. That's exciting. I would love to play this in 4K on a PS5 with your buddy, just taking down the armies of hell. I just like how that's just an extra bonus. It's interesting how this gets a split screen, but Halo 5 and it's like Halo 5 didn't get split screen. I know it came out a long time ago, but I mean Halo Infinite, co-op, split screen co-op. Where's that at, guys? Anyway, so and then DualShock 4 vibrations. So DualShock 4, nothing about DualSense, which is a PS5 thing. So, as usual, PlayStation players need an active PlayStation Plus subscription to play the game online. However, the list also mentions that, here we go, online play is optional. So, the availability of a fully functional offline mode has been a hot topic in the community. In Diablo 2 Resurrected, players still need to go online at least once within 30 days of playing offline. Well, that's just to let them know that you're still existing. You're not just taking up space. This should take up space. They did that way back in the day in Diablo 2, I believe. If you didn't play... Well, that was online. If you didn't play your character online after a certain amount of time, then they delete it. I never knew if it was like that for offline, so... But the fact is that it's a hot topic, and it has, in the community... We don't have a definite answer besides these little tidbits of information. Makes me wonder that Blizzard is really holding the cards close to their chest. They really don't want to screw this up like they did with Diablo Immortal, even though they made millions of dollars. So much blood money. So many souls were lost to a dark sorcerer just for that game to even exist. Way to go, guys. My cell phone doesn't even have a soul anymore. So, I think that this needs to be established by Blizzard eventually. I think like I said, we're gonna get all those questions answered, the really minute details that people have just been scratching their head about, and we haven't gotten yet. the fully functional offline mode is one of those things, and I've always been wondering about it. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think about that. In other news, let's say Blizzard seems to double down on a key feature of Diablo games on consoles. This is what I was talking about. Diablo 4 players will be able to play the game in local couch co-op mode. That was couch, in case you're wondering, with up to 2 players in front of the same screen. The supports up to 4 online players with PlayStation Plus statement also further indicates that party size in Diablo 4 will be set to 4 players. But that doesn't mean, like I said, that doesn't mean that the lobbies, we join a server or a lobby is just going to be just only 4 people. It's an open world game. It's definitely going to be more than that. Have you seen the raids that go down? PvP, there's a bunch of people on the screen, so I think we'll be okay, but party size is going to be 4. I think that's probably the best number that they could do, especially because they've never done a game like this, open world Diablo experience. It makes sense. You got to just do enough to where it doesn't completely destroy the netcode or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm sure they had a good reason to do so, just like Diablo Immortal was a good reason. All right, I'm sorry. Diablo Immortal jokes are just so easy. All right, so that's what we have so far with Diablo 4 on the PlayStation Store. So PS Plus required for online play, supports up to 4 online players with PS Plus. Online play optional, that's the big one we should be looking at. 1 and 2 players, and then DualShock 4 vibration. I don't know why that's just important to... Oh, well, that's just what's on the store page. So, with that said, folks, what does this mean to you about Diablo 4 as a whole? Have any questions been answered? What do you think? I think a little bit has been answered. Like I said, I'm just ecstatic about this game just being... It's in the wild now, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. You see it. It's real. It's a thing. Woo, okay? So, yeah, wishlist it while you can. Now, I understand, like I said before, big reservations about any Blizzard game these days because they're going to be up to no good. They say that they don't want any microtransactions, like, pay to win structured model. It's only cosmetics, but don't take anything they say. You got to take it with the tiniest grain of salt possible. Don't listen to them completely, okay? We've been lied to countless times by developers. This is nothing new, and we all know Activision Blizzard's image these days is literally in the gutter, in the shitter, also in a dumpster, dropped down 50 leagues below under the sea, and just in an old ship just rusting away. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I've been your host, NikoTheLegend, and this has been Diablo 4 PlayStation Store page, now online. Hope you did enjoy, Pathfinders. Take care. I just want to die.